To knock in the cabin?
Knock at the cabin.
Knocking on the cabin?
Why'd you give me such a full one? What? Yep.
That chip removed.
Is chip not in here anymore?
So I love this, by the way.
I just need a little light I can connect to the top and like shine down onto it.
Yeah, for sure. So are we officially $2 hot dog yet?
Yeah.
We are. I thought you said the dollar sign didn't show up.
The dollar sign didn't, but I'm not going to spell it out on that thing. It doesn't matter.
Okay, is it
It's spelled out.
The number $2?
Yeah, actually we have a little bit of bookkeeping we need to take care of before we I already here. So I'm gonna bring up
what you wanna know about me.
What's Todd's number?
Oh, what is Todd's number?
Where did I save this stuff? Large. Where's icons? Do you see icons on there, Tom?
Icons?
Of you. Okay, so here's some AI.
I like that alien one.
The little one that looks like kind of like a mouth thing.
Yeah, in the middle.
So here's some AI images I created for logos. Right now I'm using this one. I want to put like actual words. I'm gonna like edit it to have actual words.
I don't know why,
too.
but I like that one that looks like a fucking cobra curled up with hot dogs
This one?
coming out.
Yeah.
That's one. That's one he said too.
What if we
I kind of like that too.
What if we use the hot dog from that one fucking cartoon, the Seth Rogen cartoon?
Are you talking about the?
I'm
Talking about what is that movie
What is
called?
it?
Sausage Fest.
Sausage Fest?
Let's use that hot dog guy with the mouth.
I don't think we can use that.
Imaging rights?
Yeah.
Why?
Because that's a copyrighted character.
Let's put I want to put a face on one of these hot dogs.
You want to put a face on this?
I don't like any of those.
You like this one?
No, maybe with the face.
It has to have a face.
If
See, I was trying to get it to
I want
make
to have
it
like a grin on it.
I was trying to get it to make it with a like in a bun. Like you can see in this one, I was telling Tom too, it doesn't understand what a hot dog in a bun is.
I wonder if we could ask it to make a hot dog, like the number 2 as a hot dog.
I was trying to get it originally to make the bun be $2 bills.
Oh.
So it was looked like it was wrapped in $2 bills kind of. But that was not going to happen. I would have to just do Photoshop for that, and I canceled my Adobe thing, so I'll either have to start paying it again.
Do we know
or figure
anyone
out
with a good
GIMP.
camera that could just take a picture of a hot dog wrapped in $2 bills?
Well, I wanted like a bun.
Oh, well,
like
I mean, couldn't you just
made
take
out
a
of
hot
$2
dog
bills
and then put dollar bill, like wrap it around the bun? So
you'd probably have to like cut them up to make it like fit around it correctly, and then you're committing a crime. But I could do it in Photoshop, but I just don't have Photoshop right now. But I could learn GIMP. I don't know. I probably look stupid as fuck with this little facial hair right now, so it grows out a little more.
That's all right.
How long is yours? Is that half an inch?
I don't know.
That's probably less than an inch. Is pretty long. An inch is like that big, so half would be like that.
2 inches like a finger, right? 2 inches is a finger.
You guys have
A finger? What the fuck are you talking about?
Like,
how
You
many?
guys are
How
fucking
big?
up the
Your
misconception
dick is
about
so
what
big
what an
that you
inch
don't know
is.
what an inch is.
It's like an inch. It's like 2
Oh,
fingers.
you mean the width of?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that depends on how big your fingers are. If you're Dave Bautista, I mean, that's like 3 inches.
Are we recording?
It's already recording, yeah.
Oh, okay. Because we're just dropping like first and last government names here. I just wanted to make sure.
We
before-
didn't say any
We did
last names. No.
No, we literally just did.
Oh, I bleep it. Why do you say it again? You're making extra work for me.
Well, that's what you get. I was fucking sitting over here texting.
That's okay. Like I could just cut that whole part out. And
That
'cause
second one does not look like a hot dog. It looks like a pepperoni sandwich.
the second one, no, I know, but I was thinking it's kind of funny because it's like a $2 hot dog, so it's like a piece of shit. I don't know.
What if you
But the bun looks so good.
The
The
bun
picture
doesn't-
and everything else looks so good. I know it looked good at first, and then like as the bun got more high res, the hot dog became like a little wimpy little fucking.
What if it was a $2
Piece
bill
of pastrami.
inside the bun? You think you
Ooh,
could do
that's good.
that?
I want it to have a mouth or a face or something. I don't know why I see it with like because we're a bunch of talking heads and like I want us to
who
be talking.
who's
on
in
the-
favor of having a face on the hot dog? Raise your hand.
I mean, that's fine. Like, if you guys don't want it, then
You are
He's
okay.
just sort of
All
the
right.
devil's advocate now.
All right.
He knows that 50-50 isn't good enough to actually get us there, so he was just trying to give me a little. That's okay. I respect that. Hey, if you guys don't want one, then that's
Hey,
fine.
if we have-
Like, I mean,
If we have
we
fans
can
that want to
vote on
make
it.
us a logo, that'd be cool. But I know right now
We'll
we're
get
not
there.
going to have it.
Can our viewers can they see what's on that screen?
Yeah. Oh, not right at the moment.
Okay.
I did show it earlier.
Because I mean, I respect what Tony's trying to do, but these are some whack ass images. Of
Well,
fucking
it's
hot
all
dogs.
AI.
I know there's
Dude,
got to be better.
It's
hot
all
dog
AI.
images.
That is really good for AI.
Yeah.
So,
That looks least like a hot dog than all of them, though.
What?
Looks like a football, kind of.
that
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you
the
blind?
The first one. Looks
No,
like
I'm
an
wearing
egg.
my glasses.
that looks like a hot dog.
It looks like a hot dog.
Oh, hot dog!
Wait, what do you?
Who's
How
that
do you?
guy? You
What do you? What, no.
Dude from Mad TV.
Oh, okay. That rings a bell.
What's his name?
Brad Bell.
Bobby Lee.
Bobby.
Oh,
Yeah.
Bradley.
Oh, hot dog!
I don't remember that sketch.
Bradley Lawrence.
Yeah, that's me. Don't be dropping my
So-
government, okay?
So none of these.
No
Anyone
one would have
would.
known.
Jesus and Tom both said.
If
they
we
like
had
that
to
one.
pick one,
I-
I'd go with the
I
middle one.
kind of like that one, but
It looks like a. Oh, what is it?
Tom said it looked like an alien.
It looks
Yeah.
like but it looks like that Pokemon, the fossil Pokemon
Oh,
from the
yeah.
Kanto region.
Nerd.
Don't. You guys are all playing Hogwarts.
I know you're talking about
You guys
the
are all
food
playing
shops, but-
Hogwarts
There
Legacy
we
every
go.
year.
There we go. I was like, what is it? Hogwarts Legacy fire.
It is fire.
I don't know why my
Guys are
mic's picking up.
popular.
I need to get another mic like that, and then it won't be a problem.
We need to do something to where we know whenever we're starting to record. At least give me like a hand signal or something. 'Cause
Well, I
thought
want.
talking about
I-
the hot dog, the hot dogs was like a perfect intro, and then
Well-
you're like, my mic's fucked up.
What do you mean? I was recording that whole time.
He was recording that whole time.
Okay.
I don't have anything.
I think you're good. I could hear you fine earlier.
No, you said yours was.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna have to just get a different mic, but for specifically for this. Okay, cool. So, you guys want to talk about the movie now?
Yeah.
Knock at the Cabin
synopsis.
2023. We do the synopsis after, so I can
Oh.
talk about all the spoiler stuff.
Okay.
So we're gonna go around the table, starting with Tom, and say, did you like the movie? And would you go to the movie theater to watch it, wait for it to come out on streaming, or skip it?
All right. I hated it.
That's true.
So that's it. That's just the plain.
you-
Don't go see. Don't
Yeah,
see it
you
on
just skip
streaming and just skip it all together.
M. Night Shyamalan, or however you say it, is batting like 2 out of 10 right now.
That's the Mendoza line.
Yeah.
That's
And,
barely at the Mendoza
I
line.
did like his cameo in it, but we can go into that later.
Okay,
Wait, he was in it?
Brad,
Yeah.
We'll go into it.
He was.
Okay. Well,
let's stay on topic.
But this topic.
No, I'm saying let's stay
Okay,
like
got
let's
you.
stay on.
We're good. You're
Stay in the
regular, I
segment.
got it. I'm. Upon talking to Tom, he kind of has he made a lot of good points about
you
this
hate it.
movie. I didn't hate it though.
Okay.
I didn't hate it. I liked it because the acting was good. And that's all I can really say about it, to be honest with
Well,
you.
we'll hear Tom's points in a little bit,
Yeah.
but
Do I would say skip it in theaters. If you have like nothing to do on a Tuesday night or a Wednesday night at home, watch it. I can see a lot of people liking it. I liked it. I didn't love it. Don't go to theaters to pay. Don't waste your money in theaters.
did you say don't watch it at all?
Yeah, I said just skip it.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. All right, Jesus, what do you think?
I enjoyed it. I mean, I enjoyed it. It was entertaining, and I was intrigued, and I was curious to what was going to happen at the end. So, like, I didn't fall asleep. And for someone who was going on like 2 hours of sleep from the night before, and to not fall asleep in the movie, I think says a lot of it in that term. But with that being said, I probably wouldn't watch it again. So I would say I kind of agree a little with Brad. Like, wait for streaming, but if you're bored and there's nothing else better to watch in theaters and you just like going to theaters, like, yeah, watch it. But if not, I mean, I would wait till streaming.
All right, well, I'm gonna disagree with all you guys, but I thought it was pretty good. It wasn't like amazing. It wasn't perfect. It was pretty good. I definitely would watch it again, maybe like 5 years or more down the line. But I would say go to the theater to watch it because, like, I feel like you're missing out on like a lot of the
suspense,
spectacle of it.
Yeah.
Just like
it really wasn't a spectacle though.
What do you mean?
Like a visual spectacle. When I think of like,
I think that.
Like the whole the ambiance of like
Well,
what the
and the
movie was
Dutch
trying to get
angles
across.
and like everything.
Okay.
Like I actually think go to the movies to watch it. Don't expect like an amazing movie, but it's M. Night Shyamalan. Like he's fallen off hard.
Did you guys? So,
But
Tom,
yeah, really good. For him, really good.
So
Pretty
Tom-
good overall.
So Tom brought this up to me earlier on the phone, and it kind of made me a little mad because I was like, "Oh shit, we did pay for MPX." Did you guys feel any difference with MPX? Because I didn't.
It's been a long time since I've seen an
I thought it was
MPX
just Dolby
movie.
Atmos.
No, it was MPX.
I noticed we went into the MPX theater,
Yes.
but
There really wasn't.
the
like,
screen is like taller, right? But does that matter?
I thought that was like IMAX.
No, IMAX is like
When-
where it
when
goes
it's
like
super
it's like
wide?
and it's like curved.
Oh, it's curved.
Yeah,
also. I honestly I couldn't, but I don't think it was that kind of like it wasn't that kind of movie that had like a lot of like all the explosions happen of the news feed like that they were trying to show the natural disasters.
It wasn't like
yeah. So there wasn't like there was a little bit of scuffle scenes. I wouldn't even call them fight scenes, but maybe.
Wait,
like,
what is MPX supposed to be other than just
Tom?
the big screen?
It's an audio thing.
No, it's the Dolby Atmos is like audio thing. I'm pretty sure.
It's
I
supposed
think
to be like faux IMAX. Right?
Yeah, I think
Like,
MPX is like poor man's
So-
IMAX.
Okay, that's okay. So I was in the. It had nothing to do with the added like audio effect.
So, have you guys ever watched anything in IMAX? Can you guys see the difference? Because I've never seen anything in IMAX.
It's been a while since I've seen an IMAX movie. but
I
yes,
haven't
have.
seen an IMAX movie since I was a kid. Like I actually thought about going to LA to watch Avatar 2 in IMAX.
If we're talking about like, did I notice a difference paying the extra $250 this time? No, I didn't.
And I didn't. And like, I didn't even realize it was MPX when we went in there. Like, I wasn't even thinking about it. And then literally earlier today, when Tom's like said something about MPX, I was like, oh shit. I was like, that was supposed to be MPX. Like, I forgot. Like, I didn't even realize.
Yeah, I didn't realize either. I didn't notice. There was not a meaningful difference to the movie experience.
And take this as with a grain of salt because I'm a hater. But I watched it on at a different theater, and I didn't see that much of a difference.
Yeah. I'm surprised you went to watch it again with how much you hated it.
I know.
Yeah,
So-
you
That's
have
how
to,
much I
that
love
way,
you guys.
That way we can tell the people.
Let's bring up the synopsis here, and we'll get into talking about spoilers and everything.
We'll get into spoiler territory.
had it on a tab. I hope I didn't accidentally search Dutch Bros over it and a bunch of other shit.
I really, really wish your like ringtone went off right now, right, Tony?
Why?
Because it's the hub.
Yeah, but I have my phone muted from last night still. I keep my phone muted most of the time. Sometimes I'll turn it up for some purpose and then I'll forget, and it's work, and I'll like be inside someone's house, like totally dead quiet, and then my phone will start ringing, and I'm like, I hope they don't know what that is. So bear with me for a little bit here.
I want to know really. Well, we're gonna get more into that in a second. But
All
why
right,
you hated
so-
it so badly? Because I err more on the side of like them, but you made some good points. So when we get into that,
All right, so 7-year-old Wynn is vacationing with her parents, Eric and Andrew, at their remote cabin in rural Pennsylvania.
Daddy Eric and Daddy Andrew.
Just let me finish this, and then you can talk as much as you want, Jesus. I'm starting over. All right, cut that and restart. 7-year-old Wynn is vacationing with her parents, Eric and Andrew, at their remote cabin in rural Pennsylvania. While staying there, Wynn is approached by a mysterious stranger named Leonard. Initially, he seems charming and explains that he needs Wynn and her parents to help save the world. However, while Wynn and Leonard spend time together catching grasshoppers, she becomes suspicious when 3 other people show up with makeshift weapons. Wynn flees to warn Eric and Andrew, but the visitors break into the cabin, tie them up, and Eric sustains a concussion. Leonard and his companions Sabrina, Adrian, and Redmond claim that they have never met before this day and have no intention of harming the family. However, in the past week, they have been driven by visions and an unknown force to find the family. The group foresees an impending apocalypse in which Leonard claims that the oceans will rise, a pandemic will spread, the sky will fall, and finally an eternal darkness will envelop the earth. The only way to prevent this is for the family to sacrifice one of their own. They are warned that although they will survive the apocalypse, if they do not make a choice, they will be the last people alive. Eric and Andrew suspect that the group is lying and the attack is motivated by hatred and delusion. When the family refuses to make a choice, the visitors sacrifice Redmond by covering his head with a cloth and beating him to death with their weapons. Eric, who is concussed, sees a figure of light as Redmond passes away. On the television, media reports show devastating mega tsunamis, which Leonard declares is the start of the apocalypse. Andrew realizes that he recognizes Redmond, who he believes to be Rory O'Bannon, a homophobic man who had assaulted him in a bar years earlier, leading to Rory's imprisonment. Andrew thinks that Rory tracked him down for revenge. Leonard, Sabrina, and Adrian question Andrew's assumption and grapple with their guilt, but still hold on to their visions. They reveal that Redmond's death has unleashed the first disaster. The following day, the intruders sacrifice Adrian as the family remains indecisive once again. The disasters continue as a deadly flu virus, which is particularly dangerous for children, spreads across the world. Last paragraph. Oh, wait. Second to last paragraph. Oh, shit. There's a lot.
where'd you get the synopsis?
I read
from?
this whole thing. It's on Wikipedia.
You want to hear mine?
No.
Three sentences.
No, because I want, like, the whole thing. So, Andrew insists that the disasters are coincidental and that the visitors were anticipating a pre-scheduled news broadcast. Sabrina describes how she and the other visitors were led to find each other online by their visions. Andrew manages to escape, retrieves his gun from his car, and shoots at Sabrina until she flees. He finds Redmond's wallet and proves to Leonard that he was Rory, injured from his attack, and their tires slashed. Andrew believes the four came in a truck nearby and suggests that they use it to escape. After Andrew and Eric lock Leonard into the bathroom, Sabrina breaks into the house and is shot fatally by Andrew. Leonard tricks Andrew into coming into the bathroom, making him think he escaped through the window, and then overpowers him, stealing the gun. Yada, yada, yada. The thing goes on. Leonard kills himself. So the planes start falling out of the sky. Then Leonard kills himself. The big storms start happening, lightning striking. And then Eric and Andrew start to become convinced. I think Andrew is becoming convinced earlier on, but Eric took. Or wait, other way around.
Yes.
Eric
Yes.
was the one.
Daddy Andrew
Daddy
was
Andrew
was the man or the
Daddy Andrew was the top.
alpha.
Right.
Yes.
So,
we don't.
he was the
we
top.
Don't, we don't know that.
Okay, so
God, we're not using. I don't want to use Wikipedia. For
they end up.
again.
They end up. Well, I want the whole description of the plot because like otherwise we're jumping around a lot and people who haven't seen it that don't care about spoilers might be like, I don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
They want to know.
Yeah.
Well, they should see the movie.
I could have. I should write.
No, you just said they
synopsises.
shouldn't see the movie.
Well, they
Make up your
shouldn't see
fucking mind.
They shouldn't see this one.
They should have just seen it. After I just told them they can't see it, or they shouldn't see it, they should have just seen it.
No,
Tom's
this is
an
a bad
indecisive
example,
prick.
but most of the time, they should watch the movie. So I want to start with my first, and this.
All right, let's hear all of Tom's
Okay.
criticisms,
All right.
and then we'll.
My first big criticism is I absolutely hate that when they zoom in on anything, everything behind them is just blurred out.
What? Why does that matter?
Because it's
he thinks it's implying that there's something going on outside of what they're focusing in on. So it's like a hidden agenda.
yeah.
I think he's reading too far into that.
I'm probably reading too far, but it really bugged me.
You realize that's just how camera lenses work, right?
I understand that.
Well-
but like when there's scenes where they're tied up and it's focused on. It's not even focused on them like trying to break free. It's just them just moving their hands. And then you see the other characters moving in the background, but you can't tell what anything is.
No.
And it just seems really unfocused. Like I feel like every
that's
shot,
actually called focus.
but I'm not focused in on anything. There's nothing important.
Yeah,
that
you're
I'm seeing.
focusing in on his hands being tied up because later on they end up showing like how he eventually slips out of them.
Yeah,
he's
but
been working on that the whole movie.
But they don't. I don't need to know that. I figured that that's what he's doing. And when he wakes up in the morning, he's like, "Hey, listen, my hands."
You
are
do.
loose."
You do need. I disagree. You do need to know that he's actually been struggling and like barely slipping out, like little by little over the course of the movie.
I agree with Tony on this whole thing, except for I see where Tom's coming from, only from the standpoint of like whenever it shows the woods. I feel like whenever it showed anything in the forest, that it kind of implied that there was something in the background.
Yeah,
there.
I agree with you on that.
That's the only time that I
agree with.
that.
It was weird that they kept
was a
like
couple times
focusing on
where-
the woods.
And there would be like a second or two after they cut away from like a character.
That's M. Night Shyamalan, baby.
Right, and that's all I thought that it was. It was the Shyamalan effect.
The very
Bad
beginning-
directing
He's
choices.
batting 200. You know,
The very beginning was very blurry to me, like in general, the whole movie.
a lot of Shyamalan movies are like that, though. I mean, if you watched a lot of them, he kind of has.
Wait, you felt the whole movie was blurry?
No. The very beginning,
Like what part?
Like literally at the very, very beginning, whenever it's showing like just the woods and everything, I was like, and then you see Leonard like at the very, very beginning,
He's
at
right.
the very start, I was like,
The way the camera focuses in and
I
out.
was like, am I tripping or like are my are my contacts blurring? Like it just looks weird.
I actually think because I was reading something about this, and they wanted to specifically like kind of emulate like more of a '90s style movie feel.
Yeah,
and so
I get that.
they use like the Dutch angles and they use like the camera focusing because that was like kind of big during the.
Well, I hate it. Thanks.
All right, next point.
That reminds me.
That honestly, like, I didn't have a problem with the way the movie was shot at all. Nothing about that bothered me. It's the story that bothered me. It just lacked. I mean, it could have been so much better. And
Let's move on to Tom's next. Let's just get through all
he's
his.
got more? I thought
He has
just
a bunch.
hated it. Like, okay, we're gonna be here for another 20 minutes.
No,
We're
we're gonna jump
I'm
through
gonna
them.
move quick.
We're gonna jump through them.
My next big problem with it is that, and I was telling Brad this.
Go ahead. Let the man talk.
I feel like all of the characters should have either, if what they were implying the characters were, I feel like they all should have been at least inserted into the flashbacks, because I really didn't care about any of the flashbacks of the family. And I understand that the point where they were going for was to show how much they love each other and how much they care about each other.
You're saying that they should have implemented them more into the story, or implemented them like to where they had some kind of tie to the other to the family members
and
before
maybe instead of having was it Andrew? Andrew was the rough and tumble guy.
Yes.
It may be having all the flashbacks coming from Eric instead of Andrew. And so when he thinks back to when they get one of the ladies is Sabrina.
They weren't all from Andrew.
No, I know, but
he's saying that they should have been because Eric was the one that we're doing spoilers.
Yeah,
yeah.
Eric was the one that
had
ultimately like he saw the light and he believed it kind of the whole time, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least from when Ron Weasley killed himself.
Because
or got killed.
Even when they do the flashback where it is O'Bannon, where they're like, "Oh, this is what happened." They don't ever show Rupert Grint's face. So I think if they had done that with all of them in some way and showing them that they like cared or something like that, I think it would have been really, really good for the story. If you're showing that Rupert Grint is the hatred of humanity and that Leonard is the guidance, and I would say that those two they do a really good.
You said was malice, but go on.
Yeah, sorry, malice. If you're showing that Rupert Grint's malice and Dave Bautista's guidance, and I do think that they show that Dave Bautista is an embodiment of guidance.
So I want to punch back on that a little bit because I think that actually destroys the story that they were going for.
No.
Because they want you to be questioning the whole time until the very end whether or not they were actually good people, or not even good people, but whether or not they were like part of this cult that, were brainwashed and just wanted to kill them, or if they actually were having the visions. And then that scene where they show everything they said was true. They open up the people's like backpacks and stuff that they had brought with them, and they have evidence for all the stuff they're saying. If you showed that earlier in the movie, that takes away from a lot of it. I would have preferred actually if they just showed that Redmond wasn't, which is Ron Weasley or Rupert Grint. We're interchangeably using all the names, or Rory O'Bannon.
Yeah.
They're all R's, so it doesn't matter. Or would you just call them R? R.
But the thing is, to combat what you're saying, like there's a hole for me is that in the first after Rupert Grint is killed. They turn on the TV and they show the natural disasters happening, and I can understand where Andrew thinks that the tsunami happened 4 hours ago, but the other one happened in real time.
Yeah.
So,
but they also kind of I was wondering about that too, and I think I'm kind of suspending disbelief a little bit, but that's kind of like a different point, really.
Yeah.
My whole what I was saying was like I wish they wouldn't have shown Redmond. I wish they wouldn't have proven that he was the guy who actually attacked him, and he was just someone who kind of looked like him.
Yeah,
because
I
then they could have
also
all been totally unrelated, and it actually would have been better. Like, what's the chance that out of hundreds of millions of people in the United States that one of them lives in the same town as them and happened to be the guy that assaulted him? And
yeah. I thought that was irrelevant in the story.
Because my thing, I think
it didn't add to it.
I think it would have been cool is if like during all those flashbacks there was just something in the background that was like it didn't have to even be a picture, but there's a fighting poster behind them.
Yeah,
and it could have just had Leonard's name on it. It didn't have to have his picture. It didn't. Because there's a scene after he gets smashed in the back of the head by Rupert Grint, or someone who looks like Rupert Grint.
Yeah.
He has a flashback of where he's training and he's fighting.
Oh, okay.
And I think scenes like that they could have added, because like I said, it already has that blurry feel to that dreamlike logic to it. They could have added those characters.
But that takes away from the story they're trying to tell, which is I
don't think it does.
Yes, because if you show that they were like involved in other places,
but that's what I'm saying is they don't need to even be involved if it's dream logic. Because if they didn't,
he's going
if they didn't,
I think Tom wanted to not like this.
If they didn't pull out, because what I'm saying is they never pulled out the ID and said, like his name is Rory O'Bannon.
They did.
Yeah,
I know,
they
but
did.
if they didn't,
Oh, okay.
if they didn't,
I
and they
wish
just-
he would have pulled out the ID and it said someone else's name, and that would have given more reason for Andrew to come to the realization that it was all real in the end anyway.
Yeah.
But because it was him, he still has no fucking reason to believe it besides just my
I think
husband.
he really just didn't want to believe it anyway, and I think
Yeah.
Eric did believe it.
But
and
if he
I
was
think-
wrong about that, then there would be like the change.
That-
Like he'd be like, "Oh shit!" Well,
That's what I'm saying,
They
is
weren't
they
just
either-
attacking us because we're gay.
they either need to make it so that they give Andrew more reason not to believe it, and him overcoming it is a bigger deal,
hmm
or they have to as it like they did where they're like, oh, there's one guy that was like involved and now everyone's involved with him. I feel like if they
They
made
should have gone one or the other way. I agree. I think that they would have been telling a different story
Yeah.
if they.
I think they gave Leonard's or Dave Bautista's character Leonard he said at one point, I can tell when someone's lying because he could tell that Andrew believed him at that point, but he just said he didn't want to believe him.
And then my third point, Mr. Goff, which I think is the guy who plays Andrew, I
Groff.
never want to hear him cry again.
He's the one that plays Eric.
Oh, then the other one, the one who
Okay.
plays Andrew. That every time I heard, which is I get it. It's how people react under pressure.
Ben
every time
Aldridge is the actor.
But every time I heard
Was that it? Were those all your?
Those are all. That's why you hated the movie.
That's
Those
exactly
are all
why I hated
your-
it. Those 3 reasons.
Okay.
Those are real shitty reasons.
I mean, I think the second point was a good reason to not like it because it's
I did
a
too,
problem with the story.
because that was the same reason I didn't like.
I don't think it was shot poorly, and I don't think the acting was bad. Like even his crying, I thought his
everyone
crying was
good
fine.
acting, but every time he cried like that, that's all I could hear. And I don't
thought
know if
that
it's something wrong with me,
No.
but
It annoyed me also.
every time I heard it, I was just like, I don't just die. Just I don't
his
care.
whimpers.
All right, Brad, what were your problems with the movie?
I thought he was the worst actor by far out of everybody in the whole film.
All right, what were your problems with the movie?
I just thought that the storyline was they could have added much more to it to make it a better movie.
Well,
To me, I would have liked to see, alluding to Tom's point, I would like to see less backstory. And their backstory was trash.
Yeah.
First of all, the little cutaways, the little 5-minute cutaways that they had, they're very unnecessary.
no.
Just muddled the movie.
Mhm.
I would have liked to see backstory on each one of the
the
so-called four horsemen of the
But
apocalypse.
again, that shows that they are who they're claiming to be.
No,
And-
yeah,
and
that's a good.
Yeah. Yes.
It serves
and
a different.
I didn't think about it like
Yeah.
that, but if you're gonna do backstory on anything, maybe show them having I guess showing them having visions takes away from the mystery aspect of are they or aren't they? But I never thought that they were lying to begin with.
Well, I'll say I think that they could have shown the visions and it doesn't actually take anything away, because if they were actually delusional cult members, then they could have been
Still having
using
those visions,
and
because
using
if you're
drugs
delusional, you have visions, right?
and the cult leader gives them drugs and then fucking gets them to have a shared hallucination kind of deal, like Charles Manson
Right.
type
and then
shit.
at the end, you can show either that they were in a cult the whole time or something.
Yeah.
But I mean, clearly we saw that planes were actually falling from the sky.
Yeah, I don't mind. I wish at least they would have shown little flashes of the visions, because I think it also would be fucking scary, and also if it was they're more abstract visions. So because he said glass falling out of the sky,
Yeah.
and sorry, and things like that. None of his things were oh, there's going to be huge tsunamis. There's going to be he did say pandemic. I think that's probably the closest. That's the most descriptive out of all the foresights.
Yeah, I'm not as cynical about it as Tom.
Yeah.
I would say yes, I liked it more than I disliked it.
Yeah,
But going back on it, the only reason I say I wouldn't see it in theaters again, of course we're going to see every movie in theaters. So
Yeah.
I'm just for the audience, I would say wait. But
Did you have any other big issues with it?
I liked the acting in it.
Yeah.
I did. I thought that the acting was really good in it. I just thought I wanted more suspense. I don't know how you go about doing that, but I wanted a little bit more edge of your seat kind of stuff.
I thought it was pretty suspenseful, but I don't know.
It was better than it was better than it was bad.
So, I really thought Tom, because personally, for some reason, I really enjoy any apocalyptic end of the world type stuff.
Me too.
Like,
I agree.
I've read Revelations multiple times, and it's obviously the one thing that most people really read because it's really the most, maybe entertaining is not the right word to use, but it's got the that's what I would say most people really tend to go to when they.
It hits close to home, and it hits close to home for me too.
Yeah. So
do you think Tam Tam would have liked this movie?
No, I don't think.
I don't think.
No.
Pretty sure Tam Tam would not have liked this movie.
But at the end, she would have been like, "Oh, I have another point to make."
I think
so
we should
different
make
thing.
a point. Also, we should ask throughout the podcast if Tam Tam would like the movie at some point. And
Okay.
then we should all go around.
But I like,
would Tam Tam like this movie?
But I like movies like that.
I think she would have liked one point of it, but
So I like movies like that. So I was automatically already drawn in, and so I was like, oh, what's gonna happen? And then you guys, I was kind of, I actually kind of, there was a point in time where I kind of thought, oh shit, maybe they are just some type of cool crazy,
Mm-hmm.
they're just delusional, and I was like, ah, damn. But then because the pre-recording stuff, it made sense a little bit. They try to make it make sense, so I see what they were trying to do. But then at the same time, I still never fully got on that side. I still fully was
I'll say my biggest problem with the movie was in line with you, where it's after they should have maybe cut it down to only 3 people, because after the third one, you're it's okay, clearly this is actually.
But then that
all
takes
happening.
away from the whole four horsemen of the apocalypse.
I don't give a fuck about that much.
I mean, me either, because Tom, and I actually like the point about them being so Leonard represents guidance.
Yeah.
Adrian represents nurturing.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Nurturing, yeah.
Nurturing.
Yeah.
And then Sabrina represents healing. And then Malice is
Melise.
Yeah.
O'Bannon or whatever. But I know that the what's the real
it's like pestilence, war, death, and famine.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So fuck it. I don't care.
They
I like
they
that
put their own
part
little
of it.
twist in it.
And
I also
enjoyed that part.
I also
it made sense when Eric put it into context when he saw the light, and I thought that scene right there was one of the better scenes in the entire movie. Did you
actually because he said he saw a figure? You know how he said? Did you guys actually see that? Or?
I did see
well,
something.
You just see the light. You see the light.
I mean, I can see how.
Well, they don't want to show it because
right. But I could see
But it was Jesus, right? I mean, that's what it was supposed to be.
I'm assuming. I don't know. But,
or the Holy Ghost or
but
some
I
shit.
think that's a good, it leaves the audience to wonder, right?
Yeah.
And so that's why whenever, after Leonard cuts his throat and Eric kind of comes to this realization that they were telling the truth, and I think Andrew does too, that was probably my favorite scene, to be honest with you, in the movie. Going to where Leonard goes out on the porch and he has his final monologue. That from then on, up until when the planes start falling and stuff, because I could have done with all that, but I liked when they went to the truck and they found all of the evidence.
Oh yeah, that was good storytelling. I think.
And then Andrew going up in the treehouse and Gwen saying, "Did you and Daddy save the world?"
Yeah,
that was
No. I mean, for me, that's what made it. Tom made it sound like there was no resolution.
So hey, wait. So real quick, do you guys think Gwen believed it the whole time too? Because it makes me feel like she did, because as soon as he went up in there, she was like
just some of the contrite looks that she was giving. And
I don't know about the whole time.
I think that's what he was saying at the end. He's like the thing I like about kids is they'll believe anything that you say, but you have to be careful what you tell them and only tell them the truth.
Right.
Because I think he knew that if he was wrong, that Wynn was going to take the brunt of it.
Yeah. Well, and I want to say, I would be remiss if I didn't say, because I told all you guys this, but I think Dave Bautista's turning into a badass actor.
Yeah.
He's a hell of an actor. Like the range that like coming from the WWF to being able to that was probably one of I think his best performance. Like,
Has he been in anything other than Guardians of the Galaxy?
yeah, he was just in the Glass Onion, the Knives Out
I've never
movie.
seen that.
He played
And,
like an influencer.
He just did another one recently too.
Yeah, he's in a lot of stuff now, dude. He's
Yeah.
blowing up. And like I don't know if he'll be as big of a movie star as The Rock, but
Probably
he's
not.
definitely a better
But
actor.
you guys don't think? I was about to say,
Dude, there's like
The Rock?
yeah.
I think he's a great movie star.
there's like
An
20 to
excellent movie
30
star.
people who
No.
are as famous as The Rock actors ever. Like,
Yeah.
like that's
I think
there's
the
very
prob-
few.
No, this is kind of off topic, but I think that their problem with The Rock is he's too comfortable being The Rock. Because
Yeah,
if
We're
you
not gonna go
yeah.
talking about The Rock, you
Well,
guys.
I'm just saying, in, like Be Cool, what's that one? Pain and Gain. All the movies where he gets to be someone else other than The Rock,
Yeah.
and he gets to like show his range and show who he is and stuff. I think he does really good.
I do too. Like Pain and Gain, I think that was like Pain and Gain.
I haven't seen any of these movies you guys are talking
that
about,
far
so
down the rabbit hole, but
yeah.
he plays like a bodybuilding cokehead, so he's pretty funny in it. But
All right, let's go back to Knock the Cabin.
yes,
He's not a
I want to
bodybuilding
I want to make
coach.
sure we touch on
I
the
didn't say that, Rock.
the grasshoppers in the jar thing. Like, did you guys have a take on like what that was symbolizing?
No,
No,
no. I want to hear your take on it though.
Okay.
because I didn't take.
I
anything
was
away from
trying
that.
to figure it
I thought
out.
It was just an opening to the movie to kind of show his gentler side.
That had to be symbolic. Like, I knew it had to be symbolic, and I was trying to figure it out. I couldn't fucking figure it out.
Because
So,
he's
well,
guidance, maybe I don't know.
I looked it up,
Okay.
and the only
So you
explanation
cheated.
I
You cheated.
found
You didn't have thought
because
of
I
it.
couldn't figure it out.
Okay.
I mean, like, I thought it was going to be deeper because it's honestly is kind of weak of
This is
symbolism.
opinion, though. This is like you read someone else's opinion.
Yeah, but
Okay.
it seems like that's the only real thing I could find.
Okay.
So
Let's hear it.
it was that the and it makes sense. I think it is the actual reason they used it is because that he's helping her collect the grasshoppers in the jar, and that's symbolizing them being trapped inside the house, inside the cabin. And when he tells her, well, hold on. When he tells her, be gentle, or like let them calm down first, be gentle. It's like it's symbolizing when they go in there, they need to be gentle with them so that they can
Deliver the news that they're about to deliver.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think is what it was symbolizing. There might be another thing.
Maybe.
I just think that kind of sucks.
No, it could be. I wish you wouldn't have told me that because I don't like that if that's the real case. Just let it be what it was to me.
Yeah. Because that's like it's like meta symbolism. It's not like a philosophical symbolism, which is like to me better personally.
What'd you guys think of Ron Weasley's performance? I just want to know what you thought
That
about
is
that.
good.
So
He looked like
You could hear his accent come through a couple times.
to me the whole time. He looked like in the Deathly Hallows Part 2, whenever they break into Gringotts and he's like dressed up as a Death Eater and he has the big beard.
Oh, yeah.
This is the most vibrant Jesus has been all night. Like he
That's-
gets a
Potter.
chance to talk
That's
about Harry Potter.
That's what he looked like to me the whole time, because that's like he has that beard and stuff in that scene in Harry Potter. So like the whole time I was like,
Yeah.
I hate it because I think he's the one actor out of all those people from like the trio of Harry Potter that like absolutely is like a little bitch about being in Harry Potter. Like he absolutely like I think he's the one that's like
He milks it to death, or
no, and he like wants to not be associated with it at all. Like he like hates that he's like known as Ron Weasley. I think he's the one that hates it the most.
I think his bank account doesn't care. So
Well, because Ron Weasley kind of sucked for a lot of the series.
How many pages is the first Harry Potter
especially near the end.
book?
I don't know, like 362.
362.
If I couldn't talk about The Rock and WWF, you guys can't talk about Harry Potter.
I agree. We're not going.
This is important because the book that this movie is based off of.
Okay, I like the segue there.
Is shorter than the first Harry Potter. It's 304 pages.
Oh, I thought it was like a short story.
Yeah.
Well, 304
I'm just saying,
pages is pretty
362
short.
is just something I
That's
said.
a full. That's
not-
a full novel.
Okay,
It's not a short
I
story.
could blow through that in a week.
A short story is like.
Could you not read that book in a week?
No. That's not
I
what a
could
short
read that.
story though. A short story is something you can read in like within an hour
Yeah.
normally.
Oh, okay. I get what you're saying. I think I was the one who said that it was a short story anyway because
Okay.
I thought that I heard that it was.
Okay.
So, shame on me for. But
I in the beginning it said based on the book by whatever, and
Yeah.
I when you
Yeah.
said short story, I was like, okay, well, it's
I
a
would
short
like to
story.
read the book though because I want to
Yeah.
hear all those people talk about how the movie was terrible compared to the book. Which in this case I haven't read the book, but I'm assuming.
Yeah, but the movie is always terrible compared to the books.
Not always.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, I mean, maybe
Okay.
not. Maybe not like the Lord of the Rings because they left a whole bunch of stuff out in the movie, but the movie was still really, really good.
I think that you just got to make sure you do the like literature justice.
Yes.
Like you can't include every single thing in the book.
It's impossible.
It's the same
No,
thing with
it's-
I
it's
think the Harry
impossible to do
Potter
that.
movies were pretty well adapted too. They just cut out like peeves and stuff that didn't really matter that much.
They
to
cut
the-
out a lot in the
Yeah, but none of us have read the. What do you remember what the name of the book?
The Cabin at the End of the World.
Cabin at
Yeah,
the End of the Wood.
yeah.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
and apparently it won a bunch of awards. You said.
It won like the Mary Kay Shelley like horror award.
Was it the
Okay.
New York Times bestseller?
I don't know. There's lots of
There's
York
a
Times
New York
bestsellers.
Times bestseller. Yes, there's not just like there's multiple.
But the cameo.
Oh, okay. No, we can talk about
Where
that.
was the cameo?
You
It
know
was-
when they first turn on the news and they're selling the air fryer.
Oh, that's it.
The Indian dude.
That's
I didn't even. I just now realized that. That's,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's selling you a good air fryer. Tom told me about that. That was the only spoiler he gave to me before we watched the movie, and I was like,
He inserts him in like himself in like
In
all
every
his movies.
yeah, he
So,
does like a little cameo, but that's actually.
But usually he's like in his beginning movies he was a little more important to the script than his later movies.
Yeah.
yeah, but I don't know. Could we, as far as like M. Night Shyamalan movies go, like where do you put this?
Middle of the
Middle of the pack.
yeah.
But
So-
you're more of an M. Night fan than like say probably
No.
Tom's kind of a cynic when it comes to M. Night.
So
I've only seen 3.
Okay.
Signs and The Sixth Sense.
Sixth Sense was amazing. I didn't like Signs though.
I've never.
You didn't like
Signs?
Signs? Signs was amazing.
Okay.
Signs is his best movie.
I
in my
haven't
opinion.
seen much.
I gotta watch it again as an adult then because I watched it when I was in high school. So I
So-
gotta check. I'll check
and
it out
then-
again because you guys are.
So and then The Happening, I saw that and that was pretty shitty.
The Mark Wahlberg one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the ones I've seen, Tony, you said you had never even seen the ones I've seen.
Yeah. What were
which
they?
is what?
Because I've only seen Split and The Visit.
Split
Yeah,
was M. Night
I've never seen
Shyamalan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a good.
And
movie.
Unbreakable.
Split,
I
Glass,
like
and
that one.
Unbreakable.
I didn't know that was him. Oh,
Unbreakable?
you know what? Come to think of it, now I've seen Unbreakable. I've seen Split. Like I like both
Have
of
you
those
seen The
movies.
Visit?
not
I've heard
seen
those
The
are
Visit.
good. I've heard those are
That's
good.
that's the one where they go visit the grandparents.
Have any-
right?
Yeah, that has like my favorite. Like
Have
I
any-
used to quote all the time. I was just cleaning it.
Have any of you guys seen The Last Airbender?
I have
Yes,
seen the last one.
That was M. Night.
compared to like the real Last Airbender. It was. I thought it was awful.
Well, I think most people regard it as one of the worst movies
Of
ever
all
made.
time, yes, I actually have heard that before, but
So
that was because there was a lot of people who said that it was terrible compared to like
it was terrible, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't even watched the whole movie, but watching some of the scenes, I'm like, what the fuck were they even
that's
thinking?
to me his worst one was that one movie where that little society was right
The
outside
Village?
the village.
I haven't
Right
seen
outside
that,
the
but I
little
heard that's
highway.
good.
Like
Have any of you
I'm
guys seen Lady in the
I
Water?
have.
I've not
Lady
seen
in the
that.
Water?
No, I've
Yeah.
not
Was
seen
that good? Because I heard
So-
mixed stuff about
Was that
that.
the
So-
Night Shyamalan too?
But I've heard,
Yeah.
yeah. You saw that?
What's his
I
name?
felt.
I don't know what.
I
is
felt
it?
this-
Shyamalan.
Lady in the
Yeah,
Water.
you got it. M. Night
I
Shyamalan.
feel the same
You said
way
Shyamalan. You said
about
something
that one
else.
I do
Oh,
about.
hold on, hold on.
Shyamalan.
Yeah.
Hold on, let Tom talk.
I said
That
I feel
doesn't
the
matter.
same way about Lady in the Water that I do Knock at the Cabin. In
Oh,
that all the actors give great performances, but the actual movie is
It
just
fucking
garbage.
sucked. But The Village, I heard was good. The Village and Lady in the Water came out like super close together. I remember like I don't even think there's a whole year between them. I might be mistaken, but I just remember being like, oh,
I've not
shit.
seen
Like,
it, but
that's when he was like really hot.
Yeah.
Like that was right after Signs.
afterward, and I gotta watch Signs again. So I'll find.
I hope that didn't show up on camera. I might have to blur that out.
That's fine. He's trying to push his
Should I
plug,
tell
dog.
him? Should I have?
No. We're good. So we're just trying to get some weed up in here, dog.
I still do need to talk about one more point on
Okay.
Knock at the Cabin, and that was Devaney's take on it, which was funny to me, and actually like really does make sense. And she was saying that she really didn't like how religious it was, like how like Christian based it was, but also it seemed to her like they basically were like, God was like, I don't like gay people because the gay people had to choose one of themselves to be sacrificed for the end of the world. And it's like, how else do you really interpret that?
Yeah.
Well,
It felt very Cain and Abel.
But the rest of the movie, it was like the people, the followers, or the Four Horsemen were like, oh, we don't have any problem with gay people. But then like,
see, because I thought it was trying to say that like they were chosen because their love was so pure.
well, they did mention that too. But why did it have to be gay people?
Because their love was so pure.
Well, straight people could.
I think the metaphor that they were going for is that they had to know that they were on the outside and they still had to choose to save the people on the inside. And what I mean by that
I get what you're saying.
is they had to be people who society doesn't like in order and have problems with society in order for them to be like,
because at the end, whenever Eric comes to his realization, he says, well, they hate us, and he says they're just scared.
But
So
it
that's
does.
a good point. I think
But it does
that's a
kind
good
of
point,
seem
dog.
like God just fucking destroyed a gay
Yeah.
family.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like you can't really.
I think that's a stretch.
Dude, I don't know. That totally makes sense to me. Like
it's very Old Testament, but
they could have been. They could have been a little more
You think it was gay
delicate
bashing?
with. No. I'm just saying. Well, no, I'm saying God. Well, God was a fucking prick in that movie, dude. He was going to end all of
Right,
civilization.
But I mean, like, if you've ever,
He was like, if you guys don't kill one of your asses,
Yeah. but I mean, God in the Old Testament, like, I mean, like the 10 Commandments, like it says that God is a jealous God, like that you should have no other gods.
Yeah.
Basically, the whole half of the 10 Commandments are written about himself.
yeah, the Old Testament, but then in the New Testament, God's a fucking like cool dude.
No, Jesus, like he sins. He still kills his own son, sacrifices his own son, so that way for the sins of the world.
Yeah,
You know, well, his
but
technically it's God in human form,
but
it's
he's
his
not
son.
he's not all fire and brimstone.
No.
shit anymore.
Yeah, the Old Testament's a little bit more fire and brimstone.
And I mean, it's hard to not interpret it that way. Like
What do you
when you
think?
really think about like he did destroy this like gay family.
What do you
Like
think?
to
They say,
I mean-
they do say multiple times, you're just here because we're gay. Like you're here to like kill us because we're gay. This is like a hate crime. This is
yeah.
like.
What do you
but
think would have happened if
And
they-
obviously that wasn't the case,
Would've
but
chose
but
Wen
God,
if they would have just said kill her,
Yeah, what do you think would happen if they would have chose Wed instead?
that's like the robot chicken version of this movie.
True.
You know, they just both of them just point at Wayne and say, take her.
we've
She's
loved
like,
we've loved each other for 20 years.
Hello,
She's been
Kitty,
around
or
for
something.
like 5.
Do you want to? Who do you want to choose? She's not even blood.
Yeah, no.
They're none of them are blood. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's true.
I need to
And they
piss.
didn't even
I need
make
to piss,
her.
guys. I need to piss. Hold the. Keep the podcast
Hold
going.
the fort down.
All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it was all right.
There was now.
No,
we're going
I
from,
still
like,
hate it.
Complete
I still
hatred
hate
to
it.
It's all right.
but it's all right.
Well, I'm interested now to see if you're obviously we haven't got to the ratings yet. We'll wait for Tony to get back, but like I want to see like in your head, has your rating changed or is
No,
you're
it's-
still going to keep it?
It's
Has
still
he,
it's
has
still
he told you his rating already?
Yes, but I'm not going to reveal it until we get to the actual ratings.
Because
But
I didn't even ask him his rating.
Yeah.
We just kind of tried.
Yeah.
Me and Tony both think he's just gonna put it at an F.
well, we'll wait to see, until the ratings come around. But
Well, I even asked him if he thought it was better than Morbius.
ooh, that is a question that I would like for you to answer though, because that was terrible movie.
Yeah.
If Morbius, if we were still doing this podcast and Morbius was on our list, it would be for sure an F on my rankings.
It would be. But
So without spoiling his rating here, do you think this is a better movie than Morbius?
barely.
Really? I can't believe you hated it that much.
And I think it's just the only thing that saves it is Leonard, is Dave Bautista, because
he's awesome in it.
He's awesome in it. Leonard.
He's very good.
Yeah. I didn't really think any of the other actors were all that compelling. Like,
I thought Wen was the best actor.
When was good. I thought Sabrina was really good though.
what about that Boogie Boogie song? Did that have any?
Boogie Boogie shoes? No, I just think like what he did.
Like, do you think it had any meaning, or was it just like, oh, this is a good song?
my boogie shoes? I think it was just like a cute song for them to kind of like all sing together. And then like the whole thing about them playing it at the end, whenever he turned on the radio and then it was playing,
Yeah.
and then he turns it off and then she turns it on and then turns it off and then he turns it back on. Like, was that supposed to be like comedic relief at the end, or
I don't
was that
think so. I think that was supposed to be the realization that like
hey,
Well,
like we
it
have to move on. Like we have to move on with our lives now. Like that.
I think
that
it was.
happened.
I think it was both of those things.
yeah.
I think it because it was funny. Like we weren't the only ones who laughed at it.
Yeah.
Like,
But I feel like he was more supposed to be like, listen, I'm still here. Like,
Did
I'm
you
not
guys
mad.
already-
I think so too. I
Did
think
you
it was
guys
like,
already-
we got to carry on like
Yeah.
with our lives.
No,
Like,
we
this
just-
happened. Like nobody's gonna believe us that we saved the humanity.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like them coming to almost like an agreement over that song. That
Did-
okay, like now we gotta live our lives and be great.
did you guys already talk about how it was like that was like part of like the destiny, like, or fate or whatever that they both were listening to the same song?
Oh,
Like,
well, that was a completely different time. Unless
What do you mean it was a
we
completely
don't know that
different
that's
time?
implied that was like a CD
radio
or
or-
anything. It could have
yeah.
been the radio, or like it could have been, I don't know. Like I just think it was in night doing that.
I do.
well,
I do-
either way, even if it was the radio,
Yeah.
like it's like, oh, that's like it was
like
fate.
we're all humanity type of thing. Like we're all
Well,
like,
just
we're
that,
all
like,
people.
Well, it's like the start of their trip was them listening to that song, and then after all of the events, it was the same song, whether or not they were listening to it on a CD. I kind of like to think that they were all like, all the fucking Four Horsemen were in the truck together, listening to that, like, that's what I imagined immediately. Like they were all getting down.
Redman would have definitely been like,
It was
But I
his
like to
truck,
imagine
too.
that.
Yeah.
it was his truck.
True. I think he might have been a closeted homosexual.
Did he?
Maybe
work
that's why he was
for-
so angry.
Did he work for the gas company?
I don't know.
I've seen it twice, and like, I looked at his ID, but you can't really see it to like.
Yeah,
and I don't know what company he works for.
It said something gas. Like
Okay.
his ID badge in the
Yeah.
visor was a gas company
Okay.
badge. Yeah, yeah. They were telling the truth about everything.
Yeah.
So
Oh, I thought he was like he worked at a gas station or something.
no, he was an inspector. Like he made sure. He said he made sure.
Even after going to
houses
prison,
didn't
huh?
blow up.
Yeah,
Yeah, he probably got a good.
Okay.
probably had a buddy.
He said he was young and like dumb back then.
Yeah. You guys want to rate the
Yeah,
movie?
we kind of
Yeah,
already
let's
talked a
rate
little
it.
bit about our ratings.
Oh, you guys
rate
did?
it.
No.
Oh,
Well, we
okay.
didn't.
We compared it to Morbius.
I asked Tom if he liked it better than Morbius, and he said barely. So that,
All right.
kind of puts it in
Oh,
perspective.
my mic's really loud
of
on
where
that
he
one
was
for some
going to.
reason.
Do-do-do.
I think that's okay. Yeah, okay. I'm going C.
Really?
Yeah.
C.
C's still good.
I
just-
thought yours was going to be a lot higher than that, actually.
C is pretty good. It wasn't like
Okay.
it wasn't good. You know what I mean? Like
C is like, but C for me is like, don't go see it in theaters. So What did you just move up?
Well,
right there?
my
That's
reason,
where it starts.
my only reason for going to see it in theaters is because I do think that like that helped with the immersion into the whole thing.
Okay.
I think watching it at home would kind of suck.
Yeah.
But
I would agree.
so what do you guys say?
I was gonna say C as
C?
well. Yeah, I'm saying C as well.
Very good.
Because
Well, B is missing.
Yeah,
I don't think it's on the same level as missing.
I do.
You do? Okay.
So
you're saying B?
I was gonna say an 80%, so like a B minus, like maybe a 79.5, which is still.
I'd give it a-
If I was-
round that up.
if I
C
was
is
Brad-
C is passing.
If I was Brad,
D is passing.
if I was Brad, I would say C
Yeah.
plus because I would.
Well,
put
D
it
is passing in
like
high
the
school.
High tier of C.
Well, I'm thinking by the law of our averages, it's going to remain in the C box. So I'm going to go ahead and give it a B minus because I like for me.
Well, let's see what Tom says.
I liked it better than Missing. What did I give Missing? I think I give Missing a B minus, right?
Yeah.
So I got to put it at least a B minus then because
So you like this?
Let's
better than
say-
Missing.
I did.
Oh.
I did like this better than Missing. So I'm gonna have to say
I'm gonna have to bust out the calculator for this one.
if I say Missing, then Missing's an 80 and this was an 81 because it was slightly better than Missing for me.
This movie was slightly better than Missing.
I thought so.
Oh, okay.
I thought so.
Damn.
So B.
I thought
So
Missing
B
was
for
better.
Brad.
Okay.
Sure.
All right. I'm gonna give it a D and like the lowest passing D, like the like.
Okay, so
haven't
it
turned
stays in.
any
It stays
So
in C.
I knew it was gonna stay at a C, so my B.
I
was
thought he
irrelevant.
might go F. I thought he was gonna go F, and I thought we might end up in D because of the F.
Oh, so that's why you're gonna bust out the
I was
calculator?
going to,
No,
but
we're gonna stay
no
at
need.
C with this movie. So that's
So we got like,
which I think it's properly ranked.
yeah, I think
For
so too.
like,
And again, it was good. For me. A C is still like I still will watch a C
Okay.
movie. I'll still watch a D movie.
yeah,
Once it goes down to F, it's like I'm not gonna watch that.
okay.
That's where my F is like I'm never gonna watch that movie again. Even though the whale I'd probably never watch again, but I would put it as an A. But
Yeah.
Well, the whale's just because it was really depressing. And
this movie, we've watched a few really depressing movies,
But we all thought Otto was a great movie. Obviously,
Yeah.
it's ranked in A.
but it was very sad.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, but that's a movie that like you make a good point earlier, Tony, about like I wouldn't rush to watch this when it comes out on streaming.
Yeah.
But I could see myself watching this again in a couple years.
Mhm.
You know, so that
I'd give it 5 so I can forget most of the
yeah,
like.
be like, oh yeah, and
stuff.
then maybe watch it again and maybe you like it more the next time.
Well, you always catch stuff,
Well,
more
'cause
stuff the
honestly-
second watch.
Because honestly, I want to after watching this last night, I want to watch. I was like, oh, I need to watch Split again. Because like
like
you
to
were
watch
saying,
those.
Split. I like Split a lot actually.
that was a really good movie. You guys haven't seen that?
Mm-mm. Wait, when does the Oscars come on? Do they ever do that?
They come on the
This is a whole different
last
topic,
year.
but-
Last year they came on in because the Will Smith slap happened.
Oh,
It was
Late March.
late March.
But usually the Oscars happen into February.
okay. So because we should do an Oscars like Patreon episode.
We should.
I think we all need to make some time to kind of maybe watch some of these Oscar movies like to ourselves,
Yeah.
you know, because in order to do that,
You're giving me homework.
we need to see. Jesus, you can watch one, maybe the Banshees of Inisherin because me and Tom have both seen that. I want to watch the Fablemans. I really want to watch that one, and I want to watch. Because the other one that got nominated. Women Talking.
You want to watch that?
Yeah, why not?
I don't know. I mean, I don't want to. I don't even want to hear. I don't even want to. I don't even want to hear that.
You know what? Come to think of it, maybe I know. I'm just trying to think. Tar.
Why do you think Ty's not on the podcast?
She's not even going to hear this anyway. She just wants to be included. She's not even going to be a listener. She's going to be anti.
Do you guys
$2
think
hot dog.
this movie deserved its R rating?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I
Yeah.
didn't feel the violence was every time there was like
There
There's
was
a ton-
there was a lot of profanity.
There's a
though.
ton of blood too,
If you hear, you're not allowed to have more than one F word.
and all the
Yeah.
gay sex scenes.
But I
That's
just
not
thought it was a
funny
really
at all.
weird artistic choice that like every time someone would get killed, it was always like
90s
slightly
movie.
off camera. Yeah.
Well, they really only they only showed the whenever Ron Weasley got killed. Like that was the only one like sacrifice.
They didn't show that very.
No, they really didn't.
They showed all the weapons in the back of his head.
Yeah.
And when Leonard died, like they didn't show the slit throat, but they showed all the blood coming from his throat. So it was like they just panned down. Or
I kind of
panned up
like
or
that.
panned
I kind of
away.
like those.
I did too.
Decisions.
I didn't. I mean,
Tom didn't.
They also showed fucking Sabrina get shot.
That's
they showed that.
And that was pretty, graphic.
Well, I'm assuming he like took her head off or something with that pitchfork because he hacked away at it a couple
It was
times.
like a
and they show the
pitchfork
sound.
with an axe.
And they don't show
head,
Eric.
too.
They don't show Eric getting shot. They just kind of show the flash, like
Yeah.
around the corner.
Yeah, they really don't show a lot of the gore.
Actually,
Which is fine with me.
I'm glad you brought that up because I was a little because remember at the very beginning when Leonard laid out the rules was like you guys have to decide to sacrifice one person and you guys have to kill that person and you can't kill you can't.
That's
kill
what we
yourself.
didn't talk about is the exact rules
Yeah,
because that is important.
You can't kill yourself.
Yeah, you can't kill yourself.
And so like you know how it didn't actually show like you just see the flash and you were like oh like the gun went off, and so like I still kind of was like oh what if he shot himself because it was still raining so I was like oh shit like what if they didn't actually follow the exact rules because what if he shot himself?
Nah,
Yeah, I never
because
thought that.
they both were like, no, let me do it. Like you have to do it. You have like
And-
she
and
said, do it while I'm thinking happy thoughts.
Yeah, and he
like-
wouldn't have killed himself because he did understand the rules.
Yeah.
Like
I really think that Eric believed it from the beginning.
You don't think
pretty much, at least the first.
I thought he did.
You don't
Well,
From when the earth,
when he saw the
second
figure in the
earthquake.
light.
but
Yeah.
but
At
they
least.
they kind of make it from the beginning that you understand that Eric is
He
religious.
had a religious upbringing of some sort. Yeah.
Because when they're at the church, he says, "You can pray. It's okay. I won't judge you. I won't make."
Well,
you
that was after after Ron Weasley died.
yeah.
So, but yeah,
If the four horsemen came in here right now,
I think-
and made us choose between who would die.
What if we're the four horsemen? It's between Chip and Moo.
what the fuck is wrong with you? Anyway, cats can't even make that decision. What's the difference between Domino and
Tony got pissed.
Domino,
It-
100%.
Oh my god! Oh, you would kill Domino or you'd keep Domino?
No, Domino would go.
Tom, you are fucking evil.
We're about to lose all of our cat followers.
Fuck! I totally lost my train of thought when Tom said that shit. But I did want to talk about one other thing, but I don't know.
Well, this movie's a C, so
yeah no one nobody
it's passing.
I like how when Brad mentioned that nobody actually chose anyone.
I would sacrifice myself in a heartbeat for humanity. I would do it.
Yeah, but if you didn't know, if you were like these people are just fucking crazy,
Yeah, that's different. Yeah, for sure.
that's
If
the
you-
whole. That's the moral dilemma of the movie.
I still think that
Tom, who would
If-
you sacrifice?
No comment.
you can't choose.
You
I
just
can't
looked at
choose.
him.
I think he would choose me.
You would choose Jesus for
No, I
sure.
don't think
Excuse me.
I think Jesus is. I think you're his favorite out of all of us. Actually, he defends you more than everybody
He
else,
does defend you a lot.
and you bully him all the time too. It's like a codependency thing that you guys have.
Should we call Ty?
No,
Okay.
no, not this time.
I don't think she'll pick up.
No,
Will Ty pick up? Who knows?
That should be a second.
Call her.
Will Ty pick up?
call her. That way, maybe it could be an ongoing theme. Wait, first, before you call her, would Tam Tam like this movie?
No.
No.
No, absolutely not.
I think she would like that they killed the gay guy.
You're probably right. Oh man, she would fact check everything from the Bible, like straight, be like, no, that's not true. That's not how it would really happen. Like, no.
Oh, really?
No, yeah, everything would be like
Well, it definitely.
That's not what the
It
Bible
definitely
says
did
would be.
stray from.
Well, yeah, but
She's not gonna pick up.
It's a movie.
Why is she fucking?
I kind of hope that she doesn't. That way, every
week.
week we can call her, and then she just doesn't pick up every week, and like
It'll be like
it's
a
like
segment.
it's like
Will
it's like
Ty
a,
pick
it's,
up?
it's like a mystery,
Will Ty pick up?
and then one week
She's definitely not
one
picking
week
up.
she picks up.
If we're on ring 4.
Our call has been forwarded to an
Nice,
automated.
nice. Well,
Almost give the number away.
do we have a? Do we know what's coming out next week?
Magic Mike.
Oh yeah, do you guys want to? Are you choosing Magic Mike for real?
It's Tom's pick.
No,
it's
it's
Tom's
just,
pick.
I don't know what's coming out yet. So I do know that
whose
Ty
pick was this, technically?
wanted it was
Jesus.
Jesus' pick.
So
I know.
it goes like this, right?
I know. I don't know if you guys are willing to make an exception, but I know because mine and Ty's birthday are like 3 days apart. Ty wanted to see Scream 6,
Oh,
When does that come out?
March 10th.
I just realized that I'm going to be out next week.
Oh really?
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
happened?
Well, because I'm going to my birthday's on Monday,
Oh,
so
happy birthday.
Monday and Tuesday I'm going to be out of town,
Well, I won't see him on Monday.
so I won't be back till
You
Wednesday.
can text him.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I'll text him on Monday.
If we want to pay full price.
You still want to do the podcast and just get a movie
so
spoiled for you?
we can still
What'd
we
you
can
say?
still get it.
Do you want to
going.
watch? You don't want to watch it on Tuesday? Then you want to watch it with some other?
I won't be able to watch it on Tuesday
Okay,
because I won't be back.
so you want to watch it when?
We can watch it Wednesday and then podcast like some later in the week or something. I just can't do it Thursday. The house is selling, by the way, so
Congrats.
it's going through escrow.
No more rides for Tom.
I know.
Well, I still have another probably 2 weeks in the house.
I would hate for a CSUB frat to move into the house next door.
A frat or a sorority?
A frat.
Hey, what do you,
Yeah.
what do you mean?
I don't want them to move in either.
Next door?
That's
What?
the plot of Neighbors.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
So you don't know at all what you want to?
I don't think there's really anything coming out
You
until
want to look it up?
Well, what's
Well, Cocaine Bear is coming out.
Cocaine
That's in 2
Bear's the
weeks.
24th.
Yeah, so we're definitely gonna see Cocaine
Is
Bear.
Quantumania? When's that come out?
Look at movies out now, and then we'll look at
80 for Brady.
Yeah, a lot of these. Plane is still out. If you want to watch Plane.
Plane would have been my second choice if we wouldn't have watched.
Still haven't seen House Party.
Is House Party still playing?
Probably
I don't
not.
think so.
I think it only lasted like
I think it.
3 weeks.
I think it did horrible.
You know what we should do? Since Brad's not going to be here, we should watch Hereditary.
We should watch Hereditary. Here.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Oh yeah, fuck me. I guess I don't like Hereditary. You're right.
Wait, have you watched it before?
Yeah,
You don't like it?
I do like it.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
We can watch Hereditary, but
The Amazing
that's
Maurice.
not going to be a good movie to talk about on the podcast.
No, it won't be because it's old.
Wait, what? Movie's coming out this week. Let's see. I don't know what that is. Sounds kind of lame. Millennium Bug.
Also, is this theater or is this just any movie coming out?
Oh, this probably is. Oh, yeah, this is VOD digital.
Yeah.
Limited.
Yeah, because I don't think Harley
HBO
Quinn, a very
Max.
problematic Valentine's Day special, is gonna be in theaters.
You know what that's about?
No.
Do you want to know what that's about?
Sure.
Harley Quinn
Theater.
gives Poison Ivy such a good orgasm that she turns the entire city of Gotham into zombies.
what's it about? Which movie is this?
What the fuck? Oh,
A very problematic
you need to disable that.
Harley Quinn. A very problematic Valentine's Day.
This sounds like a porno.
It does.
You came from the woods? Amigos? Seriously, Red, have you guys heard of any of these?
No.
The Outwaters?
Magic Mickeys.
It really doesn't look like much. Wait, what is this? Is this a fucking Bollywood movie? Oh, shit.
Oh, you're pumped about that.
Where is it? It's probably limited release, though.
Yeah, Tuesday, February 14th.
It's the only one showing it. I'm not going there. That place fucking sucks. Oh, shit. I shouldn't have said that. I'll bleep it out again. God damn it. Yeah, I don't know. Infinity Pool, but it is Tom's pick. So.
What movies come out? They like post the movie Sundays. The movies that are playing.
They should have them already.
Yeah, they come out Friday. The new movies drop Friday.
But on like the website.
They should have them already.
No, they won't show yet.
Until Friday night. Friday.
Oh, they'll show. Yeah, they'll show Thursday night and Friday. If you want to look on that website. We might have to go watch Magic Mike. That might be the only thing.
I can probably give you a synopsis on that without watching it. So.
I'm gonna be real honest with you guys.
We need to watch bad movies too,
I
we can.
agree.
I've been real honest with you. I'm gonna be real honest with you guys. I've seen all the other Magic Mikes.
I've seen the first two.
Wait, how many are there?
This is the fourth.
This is the fourth.
What the fuck?
Yeah, because there was Magic
This is
Mike,
the Last Dance.
Magic Mike XL.
That's the third one.
Yeah,
I honestly did not know there was more than one. I didn't even know this one was coming out. Oh, Tom mentioned it today.
Salma Hayek's in it.
Care.
She looks good in it too.
That's not that movie just doesn't appeal to me. I mean,
Yeah, it's pretty much Magic Mike or BTS. What's yet to come?
Is Plane not?
those
gonna
are
be there?
your options.
Is Plane not going to be in?
Or
Yeah, Plane's not going to show anymore.
or
No.
Infinity Pool.
Infinity Pool still says it's playing. So it's Amazing Maurice, A Man Called Otto, Consecration, which looks like it's just a picture of nuns.
It looks like a cheesy horror movie.
Yeah, Plane. It looks like Plane's still playing. 80 for Brady, Puss in Boots. Something called Lodomon 003.
The fuck? A Digimon movie?
It sounds like it's either an anime movie or it's a Bollywood movie.
Mm.
And Magic Mike.
That's it?
That's it.
Okay. Well, it's up to you, Tom.
All right. I will ponder it.
All right, let's wrap this up.
All right, guys.
All right.
We'll see you next week.
$2 hot dog.
Thanks for
$2
watching.
hot dog.
_ La Flama Blanca _